All right, all right, all right.
Woo, woo.
What's happening, y'all? This is the off season. Welcome to the off season. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, hosting the show. And with me, as always, I got my homeboys, the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Wade in the building.
What up? What up?
This is the show where we're gonna talk a little sports, man. I'm gonna talk some football. We're gonna talk a little bit of outside the box stories. A few outside the box stories I got. Little it's basketball related, but it's not really basketball, and one that's baseball related, but it's not really baseball.
Okay.
And you know, the NBA playoffs is going down, and the Lakers up 3-1 on Golden State.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot going on out there, man. But we gonna stick to what we know, and that's football. You bet. This is the off season. Come on, let's get a shot in. One time for your mind. This one is going out to all the people out there celebrating the birthday, to all the Pisces and Aries out there. Happy birthday.
Cheers.
I know I pissed some Aries off when I said Pisces. Like, this is not Pisces season. I don't even know if it's Aries season or not, but I said it. I might be wrong about that too. I do not know the zodiacs.
Nobody does, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got you. I see what you did there. So first story, I'm gonna go to Chicago
Okay.
by way of Ohio. The Bears quarterback Justin Fields went back to school like Rodney Dangerfield and graduated, earning his degree from Ohio State University this past Sunday. So, yo, congratulations.
And wasn't it in commercial and personal finance?
His degree, you mean?
Yes.
To be honest, that's a great question. I don't know. Was it? You the Bear fan.
I believe that's what it was commercial and personal finance.
Commercial and personal finance. My story just says he graduated. That's all. So I didn't see what his degree was in. But I'm gonna take your word for it. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take your word for it. So congratulations to Justin Field, man.
Hell yeah.
I was hoping you'd bring this this topic up. I had something I wanted to say about it, but I decided to keep it off of the internet.
No, go to see.
First of all, it's just joking around. All props to Justin Fields. He did his thing. He knew outside of football, he needs to have something going for him. That's the easiest way to do so. So all props to him. None but love and respect. But at the same time, his degree was in personal finance or whatever. That means he knows numbers, which means he can start calculating those throws a lot better this season. Don't let him fool y'all.
That you should have kept that one to yourself.
Yeah.
I thought you was going someplace totally different with that. It had promise. You know, it was a great setup. Your setup was good, but your punch, you got to work on your punchline, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't work. I thought you was gonna say, look, he's in personal finance, so that means he gonna be knowing how to make these bets and work these odds out here. So y'all better be careful, because niggas betting on games these days. He gonna be good at shaving them points. I thought you were gonna go somewhere with it, man. That didn't go where I thought it was gonna go.
I think it's going to help him out during the contract negotiations, though.
Better.
I don't know if it's going to help him there as much as just help him with handling his own personal finance.
Right. Yeah, that too.
Shit, don't go broke. A lot of cats don't handle their own money.
It's true.
Speaking of which, it's not a story that I plan to tell, but I may as well since we're here. What the fuck is wrong with Antonio Brown? Have y'all seen this clown?
Exactly. He's a clown. That's what's wrong with him.
Talking about totally mismanaging a business, man.
Yeah.
He owns
Yeah.
this team, and he's just going. It's just this team is just going ahead. It's like the bad news bears of football.
They just letting everybody go. Everybody just quitting on him.
Yeah, don't nobody
Front
want
office
to
quitting on him.
condition. He ain't got no cleanup crew. He's terrible. The dude is terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Everybody ain't cut for that job.
I would have had more about that story if I had remembered to make it a story, but because there's a lot that's going wrong with the management of
The Albany something.
his team. His is it arena football?
Yep. Arena football.
He's running it horribly. It's just terrible.
Mhm.
But I did come to talk about. Today, we are recording on May 9th. Day after tomorrow is May 11th, also known as 5/11. Anybody know what that means? You know the significance of 5/11?
No.
The NFL schedule will be released.
Oh.
Hello!
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Happy holidays.
Big fly. We will find out.
Who plays who when and where?
Find out the NFL schedule on the 11th. There's some new rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. This year, for the first time, there will be a Black Friday game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you got
That's
the
odd.
Thanksgiving games, and then you're going to have a Black Friday game.
So is that like a 50% off ticket sales? Like, what's supposed to be the significance of that?
I don't know.
A game on Black Friday because most people are off the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So why waste it instead of putting the game on? It's not about them giving you a discount. It's about them making more money.
That. Yeah. That part.
Excuse me for the sneeze. Please.
Bless you.
Gracias. Goes in tight, comes out loose. Games will no longer belong to networks.
Oh, wow.
Don't necessarily belong to networks anymore.
That's good. Because a lot of people ain't got Prime, so they couldn't watch the Thursday night game.
So anybody can show any game. So NBC can show AFC or NFC football. CBS, they can show games from either network, from either conference now.
That's actually going to be cool.
Belong.
Yeah, that's really cool. That gives more variety.
Correct.
It means no more blackouts.
No, it may or may not mean blackouts. It may or may not affect blackouts. Teams can. I didn't know this was a rule though. Teams can now play on more than one Thursday. I didn't realize they can only play one Thursday game.
Me neither.
I thought we've seen teams play multiple Thursday games.
Evidently not, because it's a new rule that they can play more than one Thursday. So I thought so too, but evidently not. Because I could have swore I saw Kansas City play 2 Thursday games, but
That's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Bears one year played the Packers on the opening Thursday, and then both of them later in the year had Thursday games.
yep, you'll be pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're wrong
yeah.
because it's a
Or maybe that was because they flexed a couple of them.
well, it's a new rule. So if it's a new rule, that means the rule before was that you could only get one Thursday.
Right.
Well, now the rule is different.
Right.
Which could explain why we never saw the Cowboys on a Thursday night game. Because the Cowboys host Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Detroit too.
Yeah, but there was another explanation for them not showing Detroit on a Thursday night game. That goes without saying. And the last rule is not all teams are guaranteed a prime time spot.
I'm okay with that.
I'm good with that too, because
I'm not.
that cuts out the weak ass Thursday night games
No, it
that
don't.
we get a lot.
No, it don't.
Oh, because those Thursday night games, it wasn't until you had two low tier teams playing each other that we got a good one.
I thought Thursday night games were actually pretty decent in the previous years. This past season, they sucked, but the previous seasons, they were pretty good. I thought they had some good Thursday. I'll never forget Kansas City and the Rams when Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes had an absolute shootout, a 50-point shootout on a Thursday night. So I always thought the Thursday night games were actually pretty good until this past season. I thought they were bad this past, and I think the Amazon Prime thing hurt their Thursday nights as well. I thought that actually hurt because I don't want to have to sit up and watch it on my computer. Because you sit me at my computer, I'm going to do something else.
Right. Well, see,
I'm
I
not-
got Prime on the TV, so
Yeah, I
And-
got it
and
on
I
TV.
don't, and that's the problem. I don't. I got it on my TV upstairs, but I don't watch TV upstairs. I watch TV in my living room. So the TV in my living room doesn't have Prime. So therefore, I can't watch the game. I got to sit and watch it on my computer, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to cut on my computer and I'm going to watch something else. I'm going to do
Right.
something else. It's too much to do on my computer to sit up and watch TV. So I think that hurt them. I don't think they'll do that again. Even though it's not a rule anyway, so it's not noted here. But I think they'll do away with that. But I don't like I'm not a big fan of the idea that all teams don't get a primetime spot. I think all teams deserve a primetime. I think every market deserves a primetime spot. I'm not thinking about the teams. I'm thinking about the market. I'm thinking about the fans. I think every market deserves to have their team play in a primetime spot where they can be proud of having their team in a. So I'm not a big fan of it, and I honestly think it came about as them trying to take away. They did it before, trying to take away the Thanksgiving game from Detroit, and I think that would suck because Detroit created the Thanksgiving game.
yeah.
So now to try to take it away from them, and I think this is part and parcel of an attempt to do something like that. I think that would suck. I think that would suck for the markets that get it taken away.
Yeah. Well, I think the Thanksgiving Day game tradition should stay the same. But I think primetime games, I'm thinking Sunday night football, Thursday night football that's not holiday related,
Monday
and,
night.
and Monday night football. Those I'm okay. But like the Thanksgiving game, Christmas Day game always changes every year anyways. But the Thanksgiving game primarily should just stay the same and keep the tradition.
But it's already changed though. They changed it once because there was an attempt to take the game away from Detroit, and in their compromise with not taking it from Detroit was to add a third game.
That's what I was just going to say. That's why they got the third game now.
Yeah, so they added the third game. That was one thing about it. So it's already changed, and but you look at it. I mean, you've got every Thursday, you've got every Sunday, you've got every Monday night, every Monday night, every Sunday night, every Thursday night. Now you've got Black Friday. You can't tell me that you can't fit at least one spot in for every team.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, how fucking greedy you got to be, NFL?
What they're trying to do though is to make teams earn it.
Man, fuck that, man.
The NFL's not worried about that. The NFL
Fuck
as
that.
a
It's
company
about money.
is-
That's what they're
yeah.
trying to do.
Yeah,
They're trying
because you get more money when you got two better
No,
teams,
you
two of
ain't
the better
about
teams
that.
playing
They
in
trying
prime
to
time.
get the teams that the people want that markets that's spending money, and that's what it's going to eventually turn into. And I think that's shitty because the Cowboys
Yeah.
can be sorry as fuck, but they're gonna still get a spot. They're gonna still get a primetime spot because the Cowboy fans spend money and they know it.
Yeah.
Sorry or not. And that's what I think sucks, man. I think to me, and I get it. I get it. Me personally, I'm not putting that kind of because quite frankly, Thursday nights, some of those games don't be shit. Sometimes you're thinking you putting the primetime teams on and the game ain't shit.
Right. Both teams
And
laying
sometimes
eggs.
you think you're putting a shitty team on and the game turned out to be good. You
Yeah.
don't know who's showing up. These are professional athletes. Give every market a shot. Get every market at least one one night out, man. That's just out of respect for the market. I think it would be something they could do. That's the way I see it. And that's the way it's gonna be. Yeah, I got my ding back. Anyway, speaking of dingbats, no, on a sadder note, on a somber note, Dan Gilbert, he's the owner of the Cleveland, is he still own the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Yeah.
Dan Gilbert owns the Cleveland Cavaliers, also Rocket Mortgage Company here in Michigan, is where he made his money, and now he owns the Cavs. His good luck charm / his son Nick Gilbert passed away at the age of 26 just a couple days ago. He became the team's quote unquote good luck charm when he was the one to pull LeBron. We get LeBron James when he pulled the card. He was the one to pull the card for Cleveland to be able to get the LeBron James pick.
Yep.
And he's been called the team's good luck charm since then, and he passed away, man. I thought it was sad, man. So rest in peace to Nick Gilbert. Prayers to the family. That's gotta be a tough thing to do, man.
Yeah.
Just to lose a child.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be. Your kids are supposed to bury you, not you bury your kids.
Bingo. Bingo, bingo, bongo. As hard as it is to bury your parents,
Yeah, that's
as
damn
hard as it is to lose a parent, gotta be harder to lose a kid.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine it.
Neither could I. But I tell you what, kids will do some dastardly shit to make you say, "Oh my God, help this boy."
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes you just be sitting there looking at your kids thinking, why are you so damn stupid?
Damn. Damn. Now let's get back to some interesting stuff.
Okay.
Are you guys familiar with Glenn Kuiper?
No.
No.
I know Mel Kiper.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mel Kiper. Yeah.
No. Glenn.
Never heard of Glenn.
Glenn Kuiper's a baseball announcer. And in the pregame, they were in Kansas City. He's a announcer for the Oakland A's. They were playing against the Kansas City Royals in Kansas City.
Oakland still has an announcer?
And prior to the game, he made a statement about how much fun they had that day. And his statement was very interesting. He had a Freudian slip. So I would like to say that Kansas City is famous for Gates and Arthur Bryant's barbecue. Gates Barbecue and Arthur Bryant's barbecue. There's a big debate on which is the best.
I like Gates.
One sits on one side of the stadium, the other sits on the other side of the stadium, and there's a big debate. I'm a Arthur Bryant's guy. Some people are Gates people, and I love the Arthur Bryant's largely for the atmosphere. You go in and there's all this history on the walls because Arthur Bryant was played for the Kansas City
Monarchs.
Yep. So it's a lot of history on the wall there, and man, the food is fantastic. So it was just a cool experience for me there that I didn't feel the same when I went to Gates. However, in fairness, I didn't go to the main Gates location. I went to a chain Gates location.
Okay.
I
think that's what I went to too.
And I went to the original Arthur Bryant's, to the real Arthur Bryant's. But he did more than went to Arthur Bryant's. He had a wonderful day. You guys like to hear it?
Yep.
This is Glenn Kuiper leading into the baseball game 2 nights ago.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
And
Oh my God.
See, you didn't warn us at all about the first part.
No, I knew that's what was coming.
I did not
I just
know
didn't
that.
hear it.
I did. Yeah, wow. Okay.
And Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Yep.
One more time, folks.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
That's what happens when you always say it around your friends, and then when you're not supposed to say it, you're not sure which one you're saying. You know there's one you can say and one you can't say, and you're not sure which one you're saying.
Oh, my.
And it just kept on rolling.
Man, what?
Like he didn't say nothing wrong.
Like he said, nothing wrong.
I don't understand. Where are they mad?
Evidently, somebody eventually pointed it out to him. In the 6th inning of the game, he made an apology.
Welcome back to Kauffman Stadium. I just wanted to, a little bit earlier in the show, I said something didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to, and I just wanted to apologize if it sounded different than I meant it to be said. And like I said, I just wanted to apologize for that.
Apologize for what the hell you said. Talking about I didn't sound like, but
this-
it sounded like what you meant to say.
Yeah.
Glenn Kuiper, please listen. This is what you should have said. I am sorry I said the N-word. I will never say it again. I know my job is gone. I will no longer be the announcer of the Oakland A's, but I am sorry that I said the N-word. There. Now you admitted culpability and you are facing the consequences. All in one.
I at least said, I what I meant to say and what I did say was not the same, and I apologize. It did come out wrong. I didn't mean to say the N-word. I meant to say Negro League, and I said the other word, and I apologize for that. It's not that it sounded like something you. No, you said it, nigga.
Right.
You said nigga.
You will not be going to Vegas with the Oakland Athletics next year.
Oh. Wow.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
He even paused after he said it and didn't even correct himself.
Oh my gosh. It just gets worse and worse the more you
Oh man.
listen. So bad.
All right, I know who candidate number 3 is this weekend.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Nigger League.
So he knew he said it and just kept going. He knew what he said. And then waited till the 6th inning to apologize. This happened in the 1st inning.
This was before the game.
And then
Damn, he made it on the TV after that. Wow.
The first before the game.
the Oakland Athletics.
And then he apologized in the 6th inning, after the 6th inning.
The Oakland Athletics got some explaining to do too. Because they just let him keep going.
Yeah, I don't think anybody had let him on until later on. They probably started getting told, hey, they probably started getting calls and emails or something, or feedback, or Twitter was blowing up or something. Somebody was letting them know, hey, he said nigger. I don't know if y'all know it, but he just said nigger. And it got back to him like, bro, you said nigger in that first spot. He said, did I? Like, yeah, you said nigger league. I said Negro League. No, you said nigger league. And so, yeah,
You want me to run the tape back? We
apologize.
got the tape.
Look, I didn't say that. I didn't say it. I know what it sounded like.
You know what it sounded
What I
like?
really
But
said
what I
was-
said was Negro.
I said peanut butter. It sounded like nigger.
Yeah, right.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
You know what? I might have a new drop.
And he did it with the hard N and the hard R.
And a hard R. I think I got
Nigger.
He put more emphasis on that end.
and nigger. Nigger League Museum.
Oh man.
You know, the shame is he's gonna lose his job over that. He has been suspended, and I think he's gonna eventually lose his spot over that.
Oh yeah.
It's bad, you know. Not totally on with the cancel culture deal, but it is what it is, man. You can't.
Yeah.
It's a mistake. I know it's a mistake, and that's why I don't really say you pull the plug on him completely. It's just a mistake you can't make, man.
Yep. Especially in broadcast.
So if he's not fired, I'm not gonna be mad, but I know a lot of people would be.
Oh yeah, he's getting fired.
Because
Cancel culture is too strong these days.
Because a lot of them say it. I dare say they all say it. They've all said it. And, you know, he just got caught saying it. He accidentally said it. He accidentally said it because he probably normally says it. I get that too.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth his job? I don't know. But if he's not fired, I'm not mad, but I get the feeling he might get He might get canned over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
You think so, Big Ed? Big Ed,
Oh, yeah.
Big Ed wanting fired.
No, I'm not saying I want him fired, but he's getting fired.
Last but not least, I have a question.
Okay.
Of the rookies, the main three categories of fantasy football impact: quarterback, running back, and wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think will make the biggest impact fantasy-wise in their rookie season at running back? Don't everybody speak at once.
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. What about you,
With
Ray?
Atlanta?
What do you think?
I honestly think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be a big impact right off the bat. I have a feeling the Lions wouldn't go and get this guy who no one projected going this far up in the draft and just grab him. They see something that they want to use right away.
Weren't him and Bijan teammates?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought they were.
Bijan went to Texas. I think Bijan was at Texas. Jahmyr Gibbs was at Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think either one of them could be. I think it's tough for me because I can only say Gibbs because I know more about the Lions and I've seen them a lot more than I've seen Atlanta as far as the scheme they run, and I think he's going to fit what Ben Johnson wants to do offensively. I don't know this. I think Bijan will have impact on their team because of what he can do to take pressure off of their young quarterback. I don't know about fantasy impact. I went after Gibbs because I think Gibbs is going to have more fantasy impact because I think he doesn't have to be the man. All he has to do is play his role.
Mm-hmm.
When you get the ball, you run. Now, what about quarterback?
Right off the bat, I would
I'm
say
gonna go with Bright. Oh, go ahead, Wes.
I'm gonna go with Anthony Richardson.
I was gonna go with Bryce Young. I think Bryce is gonna be starting right away. Indianapolis might have Anthony Richardson wait just a minute. I say if
CJ Stroud.
what's that?
And I'm going CJ Stroud.
Okay. With the Panthers. Oh, yeah, he does
No.
got to have him Thielen.
CJ Stroud going with Houston.
Yeah, he went with Houston.
Oh, okay.
Bryce
Bryce
Young.
Young is with the Panthers.
Duh. Yeah.
What about receiver?
Mm. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going to go with Njigba.
Okay, that's a good one.
taking over the spot of Marquise Goodwin. I can see that. I'm gonna go with Jordan Addison. I think he's gonna have the best rookie year of all receivers.
And I'm going with Zay Flowers.
See, the reason I can't go with Addison is because you guys still got Osborne and Triple J or Double J.
Yeah, we need a number 3.
Well, I've got
He's not going to get that much.
I've got some stuff for you guys.
Okay.
NFL.com, a few NFL.com. I don't know if they're not really NFL.com experts, but it is a podcast that NFL.com endorses.
Okay.
They each took their pick. One did wide receiver, one did running back, and the other did quarterback. And this was their picks. At running back, what do you think he said?
Bijan.
Bijan.
Start with Bijan Robinson, the former Texas running back who goes number 8 overall to the Atlanta Falcons. We are talking about the most fantasy relevant rookie since at least Saquon Barkley. He's got a real shot to be a top 5 pick in every draft that you participate in. He was an unbelievable college running back, but not just as a runner, also as a receiver. The opportunity to rush for 1,000 yards and catch 40, maybe even 50 passes is very real for Bijan Robinson. It would not surprise me if he's the number 1 overall pick in some people's drafts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number 1 overall pick in some drafts. You think he could be?
I could see
Did you
that.
pick him first?
No.
Not overall, no.
Who's your number 1 overall pick? I'm not
Depends
saying.
format, if it's PPR or not. If it's PPR, Justin Jefferson.
Okay. All right. At quarterback, what do you think they said?
Bryce Young.
If there's one quarterback that we would target in fantasy, it's got to be Anthony Richardson with the Indianapolis Colts. I am hopeful that he is going to get the start from the jump because that's what we're going to need for his fantasy value. Obviously, we saw that he can use his legs at Florida. That's the way that he's going to be able to earn his mark in our fantasy world. But honestly, I have him as a mid-tier QB2. There's a lot of questions within that passing game, and so without utilizing his legs and being able to start from the jump, he's someone that you have to have a little bit of a worry about with the floor. Ceiling's there, but he's got a lower floor than some of the other guys.
So they went Bijan and Anthony Richardson, 2 names that we've already picked. And that receiver, they also picked a name that somebody picked.
I'm actually going to go with the 4th receiver drafted there, Jordan Addison. It's kind of the Blitnikoff award at Pitt 2 seasons ago. Production was down a little bit last season at USC, but on tape still looked the part. And he lands in Minnesota. This is a situation where wide receiver 2 job wide open opposite Justin Jefferson. So he should play a big role as their primary slot receiver. Could be on the flex radar within a few weeks of the start of the season, kind of like some guy named his new teammate Justin Jefferson was during his rookie season just a couple years.
So that's their picks of the fantasy impact players. They got Bijan Robinson, Anthony Richardson, and Jordan Addison. Which ways
Okay.
you picked 2 of those 3? That was pretty strong right there. That's pretty strong.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it's fantasy season. I'm doing homework. The moment the draft ended is the moment I started doing my homework.
Well, but speaking of that, before we go, that's what we will say that the Dynasty League draft just happened this past Saturday, the first draft of our cruise season. We set off fantasy, got everybody in fantasy mode. Big up to the SW Fantasy Football Group, to the BSB Fantasy Football Group. What was your thoughts about the Dynasty draft? How
Interesting.
did you
Good
feel?
draft.
How did you feel about your draft first and foremost?
I think I did decent in the draft. I got a good amount of players that might be something. So they're getting all added to my taxi. But it might be something. So I got some good players.
Of all your players, who do you like the best? Who you got? Who you think got the most promise? What was your prize? What was your prize pick? What was your pick?
Picked up a tight end. I can't remember his damn name. Damn it, and I don't have it in front of me.
Okay, all right.
I'll
You
pull
picked
my phone out right now to make sure I got the one I'm thinking of.
Ways. How did you feel about your draft?
I was very satisfied with my draft, to be honest with you. I think my focus was taking care of some needs that I needed filled, as far as my roster goes, and I think I achieved that.
So did you have? How was the draft overall? How did you feel about the draft overall? It's the whole vibe of it.
It was definitely interesting. There started to be a little trash talk, then everybody got quiet once the picks started coming in, and then all of a sudden it went from trash talk from the beginning to quiet to I'm going to put an emoji on different people's picks as they're picking to say, I dig it, I see what you're doing type stuff.
Okay. Cool. Did you make any moves? I loved my draft. I ain't gonna lie. I had a blast. From get to go. It was a lot of action, a lot of activity leading up to the draft, a lot of trades. I made what I thought was some great trades leading up to the draft. Put myself in position to do some things that I really wanted to get done. My pick, of course, was Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the one I'm most happy about. I was able to get him. I'm also happy that later in the draft, I was able to snag with my last pick, Michael Wilson. He's a wide receiver. I think he's gonna have a good career, but more importantly, that's my brother's name.
Yep.
Michael Wilson. So I just wanted to draft him because that's my brother's name. So I was glad I was able to get him. Yeah, I made some good moves though, man. Did you make any pre-draft moves?
I didn't make any pre-draft moves. I made some post-draft moves. There was a trade shown over or thrown my way. I wasn't really impressed, so I went and countered and all that. And I think we made an agreement. Then later, someone is looking at someone I got on my trade block. But as far as the draft went, Miles Murphy's my favorite pick, with Joey Porter being the sleeper that I think I picked up on.
Okay.
And then, of course, I got Hendon Hooker for down the road.
You did grab Hendon Hooker. I
Yep.
saw that. Good pick.
I ended up with Zay Jones in a trade, I believe it was. And then I got Jalen Carter.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I just got a trade offer. I don't know if I should take it or not.
All right. Would you want to run it by us, or you just gonna?
Yeah, I'm finna to.
Okay.
He wants me to give up Justin Herbert and Pat Freiermuth and 2 first-round picks.
Or
Patrick Mahomes and who was it? Patrick Mahomes, R. Moore, and McBride from Arizona.
no,
Nah.
McBride's not good enough. Rondale,
I'm not giving up 2 first-rounders for that.
I would say, who is R. Moore?
Rondale Moore from Arizona.
I would take one of them first round picks out, and I don't need that last guy. Who's the last guy they said?
Something McBride from a tight end from Arizona.
Yeah. I would say you can keep McBride. I would take McBride out, and I would take one of those first round picks out and make a counter like that. We keep the rest of it. I'll do your first. I'll do the players. I'll do the pick, and just give me Mahomes and Rondale Moore. Yeah, and you'll get one, and I'll give you 1 first round pick.
That's what I was thinking.
I would counter with that just to see where it goes, because he's probably not going to take it, because I know who you're trading with. Now that you mentioned the players, and he tried to raid Dejan like that too, and Dejan told him he was to suck his nuts. Um,
I think I know who you're talking about. That's the one
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. What
New
I
guy. He's a new
Yeah.
guy. I don't know him.
See,
He's a
one
new
of
person
those
that joined the league this year. He just joined the league this year.
one of those picks would be the pick that I gave Dejan for Vandell Scantling, I think it was. No, it was Juju.
Well, he can't be one of those picks because he wouldn't be able to ask for it.
No.
It ain't yours no more.
No. Dejan gave me one of those picks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, then I would give him Dejan's pick because that way I feel that way in theory, I'm really not giving you shit.
Right. That's what I was thinking too.
See, yeah, I know
wanna
you
brag.
and you and Dejan made a pregame trade.
Yep.
Me and Dejan almost made a pregame trade, but he wanted to try to he was trying to rape me, so I couldn't do it. He's scared to make a trade with me because he think I'm going to win the trade, and he feels nervous about me winning trades. So
Yeah.
me and him are probably never going to make a trade again. We did before, but I think he's overly cautious about trading with me to the point that we probably never will. Even if I throw a fair trade at him, he's going to try to one up me just to make because a fair trade to him is from me. He's got to think, oh no, there's some kind of angle. I'm losing some way somehow.
Right.
I got to get.
Actually, I think I'm going to add a draft pick to that
And I'm
trade
not-
too.
And when I throw a fair trade, I don't take unfair counters. Once you do one unfair counter, I just back out. Never mind. I don't need a trade.
Right.
So I just back out. Well, you make an unfair. If you come back with a counter that's bullshit, I'm done. I'll move on.
The dude who'd offered me the trade, the counter I made was not for the players I wanted, but I knew he was going to make another counter based off of those players. So he ended up trading me the two players I actually wanted, and that's what's pending now.
That's good. That's good. I made some trade. I made a couple of them. I had me and JC. Well, JC and Dejan made a trade, and then me and JC made a trade because I wanted to move up in the draft, and I thought it was pretty fair. I thought it was pretty fair. I moved up in the draft, but he got more out of it. You know, he got Dalvin Cook. He got 2 picks. Basically, he got Dalvin Cook, and we swapped first and second round picks. So that way he got the back-to-back picks at the end because I had the last pick, but that also the first pick of the second round. So he wanted those back-to-back picks. And then I gave him Dalvin Cook, and we swapped picks. So I got the 6th pick in the first round, and then the second round I got that late pick. But it was cool because my whole thing was about getting Gibbs. I got the guy that I wanted out the deal, so I was okay with it. And then I did the Justin Fields deal that drove Jab crazy.
Man, Jab all up in his chest about that one.
Yeah, he went bananas. He went bananas over it. Which
But yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm finna counter him with I took out McBride and added his 4th round pick and took out my 1st round.
I wouldn't have added shit. I just took out McBride in my first round. But
Yeah.
you can see because he gonna say now you're asking too much.
Huh? I don't see I'm asking too much though.
You're getting Mahomes.
Yeah, I was going to
But
say.
Well, shit, Justin Herbert did just as good for me as Mahomes did last year.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
He's got some targets that went his way this draft
Okay.
and offseason.
Shit, I did decent with Herbert and Carr.
Okay. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I guess you're right. Okay.
I would
Yeah,
say do some homework before you make that trade, because I don't think Kansas City picked up too many more offensive linemen. Patrick Mahomes can only take so much of a beating.
I don't know. I think your counter is fair. I think your counter offer is fair. So you're giving up Herbert and who?
Freermuth.
Oh yeah, I think that's fair. And you
I
just
got
picked up. You
I
just
got
picked
OJ
up-
Howard sitting in win.
OJ Howard is trash, but you just picked up a tight end in the draft too. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you'll be decent. I think you'll be fine.
yeah, I'm not a big OJ Howard guy. I think OJ Howard is extremely overrated. I burned by him way too many times. Every year I hear everybody telling me OJ Howard, this is his year, and I pick him and he burned me. Never again. I'm done with OJ Howard.
Had one game with him last year, and I suggested that everybody before that game pick up OJ Howard this game if you need a tight end and start him. He did great for me, but I knew that was all he was giving me, so I dropped him 2 games later, just in case.
Yeah, y'all can have that one game. I'm out. Anyway, man, speaking of I'm out, that was cool. That was if you got some, it's gonna be some fun stuff. If you got some trade questions, throw them at us. We'll give you our opinion on whether or not you should do it and what you should do about it. Whether you should take it or if you should counter or if you should just tell them suck these nuts, bitch. This is your boy OG Tim Wilson on behalf of the Nasty Boys Big Ed Ways. You've been tuned in to the Offseason. We want to thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, the What Up Though Show Network. And also, if you like what you see, comment on it. We want to hear from you. And oh my God, I got the hiccups. Thank you guys for joining us on the Offseason. Until next time, peace out.